Good morning. This is Dr. Brenda with the Corner Bench, and I have a little bit of time right now. There was traffic on the road, so I'm late for work. 2 minutes, but that's all it takes, and I can't rush in, to get in 2 minutes. So I'm gonna take a moment, use my time, and make use of this time I have. So I'm on Ain't Nothing Clean About Dirty Dishes. This is part 5. The rest of the summer was uneventful. The new school year was beginning. We got all new clothes. When I was in elementary school, I remember clothes were hard to buy for me because I was so heavy. I want to kind of... I was looked at as fat and sloppy in my old school. I don't know how to do I didn't know how to do my hair, and I didn't know how to wear my clothes. I remember my pants would be so tight that they would burst between my legs. Although I hated sewing class, she taught me some things I will never forget. With my polyester pants always busting between the legs, sewing was a skill I did not like, but I sure did use often. I had to do a lot of sewing. It got so bad that my mom would allow me to wear some dresses of hers that she no longer wore. I loved those dresses. Even though I knew they were old-style grown-up clothes, I felt great wearing them. Later in life, when I was about 17, my mom taught me how to buy material and make me the nicest 2-piece skirt sets. Anytime I got some extra money, I went to the material store. I still hated sewing, and I was not using a machine either, but I grew to love clothes. Again, I realized this was not my gift. Although I made pretty things for myself, I would never make a career of this. I started 6th grade in my new school, Avon Avenue. I started 6th grade in my new school, Avon Avenue. One of the first assignments I was given was to write an essay. The question was something like, if I could say something to Christopher Columbus, what would it be? I don't remember what I said, but I won. My prize was a $50 U.S. Series EE savings bond. I guess someone saw then what I learned later. I have a gift from God to write. Thank you, Jesus. My first identification of my tags. I made friends relatively easy. I think it was because my cousin was already a student in my new school, and he was rather popular. No one sung my praises, but I was not treated badly. In my new school, I was free to go to lunch and enjoy the playground. I had the best teacher. She loved us, and we loved her. We would throw her surprise parties just to celebrate her and get a day off work. Each class member would ask their parent to make something. We'd have chicken, potato salad, crackers, chips, things like that. My mom was not open to cooking and sending food to school, so I would bring napkins, spoons, or soda. I played it safe, but everything always turned out great. My new school was becoming newer. Initially, I was to only be there for 1 year because it ended at the 6th grade. After graduating, we were to go over to the middle school, but plans changed. The school district was making my new school to extend to the 8th grade over a 2-year period. The best part of this was our class stayed together and we were able to keep our same teacher for the next 2 years. Life couldn't be better at school. My mom came home with the news that we were going to move again, and immediately sadness gripped my heart. I just started to semi-fit in, and now another move? We were there for less than a year. My mom spent a lot of time at the bar. My oldest sister, Ellie, was our babysitter. She was 2 years older than me. Back then, you could leave kids in the house and no one thought it was illegal. I remember when I was just a little girl, about 5 or 6, and my mom was next door with the friends at a party. Someone broke into our apartment while we were home alone. I remember my mom saying she was so glad that we didn't wake up while they were stealing from us. God was with us. I remember asking my mom what school we were going to be attending. And she told me my little sister and I would be in the same school. A sigh of relief came over me. This fact made the move much easier. We still lived on South 10th Street, but we were closer to Springfield Avenue and much closer to the bar where my mother spent most of her awakened hours. And I'm going to end that right there. Tune in for 6.